name is Courtney.
And I'm Olivia.
And she's never seen Game of Thrones. So we are going to catch her up. So I have bad news. We actually watched season 3, episode 2 already. However, it got corrupted somehow and there was no audio whatsoever. I just realized we're not wearing the mics either.
Yeah!
Hot damn, I suck at this.
Hello.
Alright, so we have microphones on now.
Yeah.
I feel like this is my first time filming all over again. So as I was saying, this is just a day of fuckery, and we will not be able to show you her first time reaction to season 3, episode 2. So I'm gonna go through what happened and kind of remind her, and then we'll discuss it, and then we're gonna go on to watch the next episode. I already have forgotten one more thing.
And we're in the new space.
Oh yeah, we're in the new space. Hi, Green Walls. There was actually a subscriber who commented on my video where I said like, oh, what happened to me? And they said, you should do green. But I already planned green. I would love to give you credit for it. Fuck it, I'll do it. Thanks for suggesting it. Now my room is green. Yeah. This wall right here is gonna change colors as well. It's gonna be like a light gray. It probably looks already like it's a light gray.
It's purple though.
But it's purple. It's weird. Whatever. We switched places. As we have previously said, we're gonna just go through kind of like a recap of what had happened during season 3, episode 2. And it was called Dark Wings, Dark Words. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Mind if I just borrow your phone? We're gonna start going through, I'm just gonna find all the things that happened. Okay, so in King's Landing in this episode, Sansa went to eat lunch with Marjorie Tyrell, and she met Lady Olenna, Marjorie's grandmother.
Mm-hmm. Loras is young and very good at knocking men off horses with a stick. That does not make him wise.
And her grandma was asking her, okay,
about Joffrey, right?
Yes.
Tell me the truth about this royal boy, this Joffrey. You. Who else would know better? We've heard some troubling tales. Is there any truth to them?
Yeah. So she was asking, like, how is he? We just want to know, like, what Marjorie's getting into. Do you remember how Sansa responded?
Wasn't she kind of at first, and then she was like, he's a monster.
Speak freely, child. We would never betray your confidence, I swear it.
He's a monster.
Yeah. And after she told them that Joffrey was a monster, if I remember correctly, Olivia got kind of upset. She was like, why do you trust these people? Do you feel the same way, or what do you think?
I don't know. I'd be a little bit leery because that was like the first thing that Marjorie did when she walked in, was like, I'm gonna be queen. But I mean, Joffrey rolled over pretty easy, so I don't think that she has much to worry about. I'm not really sure though. I mean, I would be pretty leery about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But Lady Olenna, her character, the introduction of her, she's made out to be really sarcastic and everything. The way that she was like ordering her people around, she was like, "Oh, I want my cheese plate," and he was like, "Oh, the cheese is supposed to come." She's like, "No, the cheese is coming when I say it's coming." She's like a feisty grandma.
Yeah,
with her little headdress or whatever. So like her. Sorry that I'm going to be on the phone finding the things that happened, just so it's easier. Oh yeah,
you need my
Give me your face.
There you go.
Give me your face. Still in King's Landing, later on, Marjorie goes to meet up with Joffrey, and he had his crossbow out, and she was like, oh, do you think that I could ever use the crossbow? Do you remember what happened in that scene?
I imagine it must be so exciting to squeeze your finger here and watch something die over there.
A little bit?
Kind of like the way that Joffrey was responding to her.
I feel like she was trying to play dumb, and then he was like, oh, I'm a man. I know these things. I'll teach you.
Right, and she was like, oh, do you think I could kill something? Or whatever. Like, would you like to watch me do it? What do you take out of that? Like, do you think that Marjorie is as, like, sadistic as Joffrey?
I don't know. I think it's more of a, she's trying to get on his good side. By like being interested in things that he's interested in, whether that's, you know, knitting or going to kill people, you know.
Right. I mean,
Lick my sword, like.
modern day relationships, it's the same shit. Like, when you first start dating somebody, you're like, they're like, oh, do you love baseball? I'm like, yeah, I love baseball.
Yeah.
Seriously though, baseball.
Or like fishing. It's like, oh, you fish? I like fishing too.
Yeah, I totally love fishing.
It's like when he asked Sansa to like lick the sword or whatever of the blood.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, like.
Yeah,
But I don't really want to. But
in that case, though, Sansa was more like, I'm gonna do it because he's telling me to do it, and Marjorie's more like, you know, oh, do you want me to do it?
Yeah,
do you want me to?
Yeah.
I'll totally kill it.
I'll totally kill it.
I'll totally kill it.
I'll totally lick that sword.
What a great sword you have, Joffrey.
Yes, Joffrey.
So, something really small that happened, but just a reminder. Shay got jealous of Tyrion talking about Sansa.
Now that the Lannisters have discarded her, Sansa will have many suitors. A great beauty with a very old name.
Great beauty. Oh, a great beauty.
Yes, she is, objectively, very. Her face is quite pleasing to other men and to women, people in general. But not to me, of course.
Okay, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, ew, great beauty. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you say that?
I mean, that is kind of rude that he said that in front of Shay. Like, that's rude, dog. Like,
Right.
come on now.
But at this, yeah, it's strange because it's one of those things where, like, I mean, she is a hooter, so she is getting paid for her services.
Yeah.
But at this point, she should know that, like, he loves her.
Yeah, but it's like tip number 1, don't talk about other ladies when you're with your lady.
Right.
I was with my man,
Right.
and he was talking about other ladies. I'd be kind of mad.
Just calling them beautiful. That would make me mad.
I'd be like, I'm the only one that's supposed to be beautiful.
As you remember, we did meet Mance Rayder, the king beyond the wall.
Yeah.
Right? And unfortunately, he was not benching. No.
My prediction was wrong.
And they met this guy, Orell.
Okay.
What's wrong with him?
And we laughed because we were calling him Oral. And he's what's called a warg.
Yeah.
Do you remember what a warg is?
That's the people that can see through ravens, right?
Yeah, and they see through animals and
Yeah.
stuff like that. His is like an eagle, some sort of bird of prey or whatever, that he can see through. In the north.
King of the North.
King of the North. So Bran is in his like dream state, and he meets Jojen, a little boy or whatever. I say little boy. He's probably like 15 or something in this. Let me see if I can find him here. Jojen. Jojen.
It's the kid from Love Actually.
Yes, the kid from Love Actually. He's in other stuff too, but yeah. So he meets him in the dream.
You can't kill it, you know.
Why not?
Because the raven is you.
And then when he wakes up, he's also there. And his sister. Yeah.
My sister carries the weapon.
I'm better with them.
His sister was like guarding him and everything. He says that he is a seer like Bran, and that Jojen, of course, knew Bran's dream because they were speaking in the dream. It wasn't Bran having a dream, it was them talking to each other. And telling Bran that he's going to play some kind of a critical role. What do you think of that? What kind of a role could Bran play?
I mean,
And
I feel like
in what?
since he can see through the animals, he could probably like, if he can control it, he could probably maybe be like a lookout or something for his brother, for Rob, like spying on the other forces maybe.
Well, we don't know. Things happen. Let's see. Okay, and then this part, which I'm really sad that I didn't get to show you guys. It's gross, but it's also, you know what I mean, kind of fulfilling. Theon being captured by somebody, and they started torturing him.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What do you want?
I want to do this.
That was gross.
That was exactly the face she makes.
That was gross. Ew.
Do you feel bad for Theon?
I mean, a little bit. A little bit. mean, he kind of like, I don't know, brought it on himself, but he also did everything that he did because he wanted to be like acceptance, respect from his dad, because his dad was like, yeah, your sister's more of a man than you, so, but I mean, he kind of deserved what he got.
He was answering questions that they were asking him, telling them the truth, whatever, and when they left, there was a guy that stayed in the room. Did he say anything?
He said something about Yara, I guess, is going to come for him or something, or he works for Yara.
Your sister sent me. Yara.
Yep, so I just wanted you to remember that he did have somebody there that was there for him. So now to talk about Robb. He got 2 letters. He got one saying that his grandfather had died.
Yep.
Catelyn's mom. Yep. Lord Tully in the Riverlands. And then he also got the letter telling him about Winterfell being put to the torch by the Iron Islanders.
Yep.
Let me guess which one is the good news.
So they're on the way to the funeral, right? And Robb is talking to Lord Karstark. He's the one, his son got killed by Jaime.
Oh, when Jaime was in the prison.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's not happy with some of the decisions. He wanted Jaime's head right away.
Yeah.
And he was very pissed off at Catelyn for letting Jaime go.
Yeah.
He kind of made a comment, like a little snippy thing to Robb, saying like, oh, you should have never married Talissa.
I think you lost this war the day you married her.
You know, like, oh, you already lost the war, basically. Like, this is just a distraction for us to go to this funeral. Whatever. And then a really intense moment, Catelyn and Talissa were having a conversation that when Jon was a baby, he came down with the pox.
Oh, yeah.
When my husband brought that baby home from the war, I couldn't bear to look at him. So I prayed to the gods. Take him away. Make him die.
And then she was like, oh, you know, if he lives, I'll love him. Like, if he lives, I'll love him. And then she's like, I just couldn't do it. Yeah.
And she blames everything that's happened on her not being able to keep her promise.
Yeah.
And I couldn't keep my promise. And everything that's happened since then. All this horror that's come to my family. It's all because I couldn't love a motherless child.
Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I mean, that's a bit extreme. That's a bit extreme.
Everything has happened.
Everything that's ever happened is because of you.
It's a bit narcissistic.
Yes, it's quite narcissistic.
I don't know. It makes you feel even worse for Jon because she had her moments where she did realize that he was just a helpless child.
Yeah, and she still treated him like crap.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why is Jon so important that you breaking a promise about him would cause all this crap to happen? Like, he's just your husband's love child.
Yep. The next thing that happened, Arya, Gendry, and Hot Pie were traveling because they, you know what I mean, trying to figure out where they're going. And they meet the Brotherhood without banners.
When I'm done talking, that arrow's falling down on your fat head. So I advise you move, because I'm done talking.
And do you remember who the Brotherhood ended up capturing?
The Hound?
And why that's important is because as soon as the Hound got there, Arya started to leave.
Girl! What in 7 hells are you doing with the Stark bitch?
So he outed her.
Yeah.
We didn't see what happened after that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you think that the Hound did that on purpose? Like, oh, I'm gonna out her? Or it was more of like just a shock? Like, oh, and it just came out of his mouth.
I don't know. He's not stupid, so he probably did it on purpose.
Yeah. So then what do you think is going to happen with the Brotherhood? What are they going to do now that they know that she's a Stark?
Depending on whose side they're on.
I mean, they're without banners.
Yeah.
They don't support the war at all. They just want...
I mean, however, like, everyone's got a bias. Whichever one they hate less. They might bring Arya back. Or they might ransom her to
the
Lannisters to make some money.
We shall see. Continuing on, Brienne was transporting Jaime still. Jaime and Brienne come across a farmer along the road. Wave hello. The guy's like, oh, hey, how you
Oh, and
doing?
then Jaime was like, kill him. He knows who I am. Kill him. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then those people came. He ran straight to the village and was like, Jaime Lannister.
Right.
Yeah.
7 blessings to you. And you.
So, the people who came, it was like Jaime and Brienne were fighting and whatever. And then they had the flayed man of House Bolton on their sigil. So it's House Bolton that came and got Brienne and Jaime, and that's how the episode ended. I'm sorry that we were unable to show you the actual reactions, but I hope that this has sufficed in showing that she did watch it.
I did.
She has thoughts on it. She's ready to see the next episode.
Yeah.
But we're gonna soldier on. We have pink dots on the ready.
We endeavor to continue.
We shall. So the next episode will be season 3, episode 3, and we are gonna start that as soon as we stop this.